Yo, what up, y'all? This is the Grind2Hard podcast. Thank you for coming. This is the season 3, episode number 65. I appreciate you tuning in and being a guest here at the Grind2Hard podcast. I'm your host, Chef Clay. Catch me doing my thing on IG at Keeping It PC. That's keepingit.p.c. My job here in El Paso, Texas is personal chef work. I'm blessed to go inside people's homes and cook for individuals and their families as a career. My passion is food and serving amazing plates. The Grind2Hard podcast aims to help you find your passions in life and ultimately add a little more happiness to your journey. Our focus on this platform is entrepreneurship and motivation. I believe we are all climbing that mountain of success or looking for your own personal greatness. We are with you 100% here at the Grind2Hard podcast. This is episode number 65. I want to thank Nevermore Records. This is the studio that you see this crystal clear picture on. The producer Paul does his work behind the cameras and on the control board to bring this show to you. So I want to thank them. And if you're interested in being on the podcast, look at that beginning intro. There's a little number you can call and get a hold of Paul. Start your own podcast. Get your word out there. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I said, this is episode number 65. And my guest today is going to be Kelly Ballin, a.k.a. Wizzy Getem.
Wizzy Getem, Wizzy Kelly Ballin, DJ Struggle Sandwich, yes sir. Listen. I'm probably the first one in his podcast who has a pound because my hands are just naturally sweaty. You can see this close, you see the glistening. Look at that shit. Yeah, like it's I said, naturally. So I always I'm very insecure about shaking hands.
Like I said, that's your passion, just seeping through your pores, bro. You know what I mean? Like you got
very
things to
passionate.
say. You got things to say, bro. I know.
Very passionate, very sweaty guy.
So like I said, Wizzy Getem. You're gonna catch him on IG, y'all. He's Wizzy Getem. What's the hook on get your IG?
My IG is Wizard Kelly Ballin. You can find it on IG. That is Wizard Kelly Ballin. Also I run my own entertainment film company. You can find it at crystal_ball_TV.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. And then as well as you have Spaced Out Magazine, dog.
Yes,
I don't know. Spaced Out Zine.
Okay, I'm glad you know that because I did not know that. But we will get more into that. Come on, man. Yeah, we will get more into Spaced Out Magazine.
I seen you. You're flexing on that, man. You got like one good picture. You flexing in some overalls. Stop playing, man.
Yeah, it's no, but we'll get more to it. You're down to talk about it.
All right, man. So we'll flow with what I got here, man. First of all, I mean, how does a guy like me and you meet? Basically, Josh Powers. Shout out Josh Powers, man. He's an artist here in El Paso, Texas, and he said, "Yo, man, I'm shooting a show, and I want you to be in it." So I'm shooting a video
about Joshua Powers. Joshua Powers used to be my neighbor.
Are you your neighbor for real? Here in El Paso or what?
Yeah. We used to live in the same place, and he used to just be always outside, just barbecuing.
Word?
Yeah. So he used to just always be outside barbecuing. He'd be like, "Yo, Wizzy, you want to play?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I want to play. Let me come in." Yeah. So that's how me and him really got closer because I've been knowing about him, but then I seen that he moved in my neighborhood, and then he's just always barbecuing.
Got to clicking,
it's summertime, so he just always used to be out there and just barbecuing. So
well, that's what's up, man. Yeah, like he's been on the show. He's a chef, so basically that's the circle I was in, and man, it's crazy. He's kind of like a star or something, man. Because the way we got together, me and Josh, is that he was just calling like random chefs. He probably DM'd like 10 chefs to come to this Airbnb and cook.
That's
me
dope.
And Simeon are the only one. Chef Simeon, shout out Chef Simeon. We're the only ones that showed up, and we did a little show. We did a little video and all this stuff. But in the midst of it, I mean, we were smoking afterwards. It was just kind of like a bonding, man. We were like chefs, but we were like all passionate. And I was like, fuck yeah, this is what I want to do. I want to keep circles like this. And then he did, man. He talked about music, and I was like, hey, be on the show, bro. He's like, bet. And that's the best show on Grind2Hard. If you go back to I don't know what episode it is, but just Joshua Powers, that has
I was just watching
7K views on that man, and that's like 7 times any other episode we have. So I want to appreciate like everything he's doing, like marketing wise, because he's really setting himself up to get in that music game. You know what I mean? He's not like dropping everything like, oh god, this is what I gotta do, I have to do. He's just taking it easy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's how we met, because he motherfucking had the I mean, with a cuss. Correct.
Yeah, 1,000. Yeah, 1,000.
Okay, so he had the music video shoot, and then I'm just going with me and my other co-host, and I just run into you, and I know you do the Grind2Hard. I'm just like,
I appreciate that, man. As soon as I walked in, you know what I mean? I don't know nobody, but you're like, yeah, I know you know me. Like, yeah, if you do the Grind2Hard, I was like, fuck yeah, I appreciate you, man. I fuck with you, man. I appreciate that.
It was dope music video shoot too.
It was too, right? Yeah, it was different angles, different. Like it was random. It wasn't like it was like, okay, guys, we're gonna shoot.
I honestly thought it was gonna be outside. So I prepared to be outside.
Why, you were wearing that jacket or what?
Yeah. So I was prepared.
You were flexing, bro. I saw you.
All it was, they said a location, so I didn't think it was gonna be inside. So I was prepared. I was very thankful that it was inside. Yeah,
I like you were flexing head to toe, man, with the jacket and the shoes and
I don't even remember what I was
wearing. You had your bag with you and everything, man.
It sounds very accurate. It was a very fun night.
Sounds very accurate. I'll take your word for it.
They had an open bar that night.
Yeah. Because it was an open bar. There was jungle juice, and I had at least 3 cups, and I was like, damn, I'm in the north. I don't know if I need to, keep drinking.
Honestly, I threw up that night.
You did?
I threw up that night.
Well, I was gone before then.
I had a very good night.
You had some great hospitality. Josh said, hey, any smoke? And then you were like, yeah, I bet. Meet me outside. I was like, man, I'm still coming outside. Like 2 minutes later, boom.
You would think the weed would help, but it did not.
It did not help you? Oh, wow.
How were you feeling? A lot.
How were you feeling?
Oh, the weed was definitely great.
Yeah,
definitely.
But what? It was definitely. You were bubbling.
I was definitely feeling very, very good. Very, and then after the music video,
it was the vibe,
I just kept drinking.
Everybody was chilling, man. Yeah.
Then I just started going in the bathroom and just secretly like to.
Yeah, and they didn't catch you on the.
No way. Because I just like to when I have to throw up, I'm not like oh everyone get out my way, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm just like. Throw up,
disappear,
and then I pretend like me. I like to pretend that like, oh, I got a phone call. If I gotta go outside, oh, phone call. But at the time it's like 1:00 in the morning. Who the fuck is calling me at 1:00 in the morning?
No, man.
But I'm still pretending it's a phone call, and I'm walking around. Just,
you'll catch me like Casper, bro. If I feel sick, I'll go throw up, and if I throw up, I'm gone, dog. I'm dipped. I'm out, dog.
See, a lot of people never knew I threw up that night, but I threw up a lot that night.
You did? Damn, yo. What's the It's the jungle juice, because you know what's in there is like.
I wasn't drinking the jungle juice.
Oh, you weren't?
They just had a bottle.
And you were sipping that too much.
I was just drinking a lot.
You were having a good time, bro. You were probably on the video trying to like, all right, did you get it? Did you get it?
So I really had a good time.
Good, so. Yeah, that was badass shit. So, honestly, he's doing this shit, and as well as Jamal Streeter, man. Shout out Jamal Streeter. I asked him to be on the show, and he was like, yeah, hell yeah, let's do this, man. So like, I appreciate y'all, man. The hospitality, y'all were being badass. That was good vibes in there, man. Seriously, I can't wait to see the video. I don't know when it'll drop.
I know it's gonna be dope.
I don't know when it'll drop. We'll see, but yeah.
Shout out Josh. Shout out Jamal.
For sure, man. Let me talk about that Crystal Ball real quick. You're the founder. You put founder of Crystal Ball TV. And when people put founder, it's not like, oh, I own this or I started this. It's like founder. So in other words, like I'm putting people on. I'm not just doing this for myself. I
started it. I am the CEO, and I'm also putting people on. Yeah. So I started it in 2022. Okay. It started off with my homie Benny Sinclair and I. We were doing vlogs. We just decided we're just going to do a vlog. The first one I did was the 1 chip challenge.
Okay. That purple, that blue chip or whatever.
Yeah, the 1 chip challenge, and I did the 1 chip challenge. Yeah. However, the fucking like.
Wait, I did that. You can eat that though. That's cool.
Yes, chips it's cool. Okay. It was I was cool with it.
Yeah.
However, little pieces of the chip got in my eye. And it's on video, and I'm just
Tasmanian devil. You're like,
I'm just like, like imagine like in that the sensation supposed to be in your mouth, in your eyes.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, fuck. So I'm pouring milk in my eyes. So I'm like, fuck. So that was the first episode and all that. So then I've been wanting to do shit because I watched Revolt, BT. I just watched just companies they have multiple shows, different things. So I'm like, I really want to get into the podcasting world. So I still watch the Joe Budden podcast.
Okay.
And then
even though he's a hater, you watch that shit?
Yes, I love listening, yo. Sometimes hate is fun. I love to hate. I click.
I'm like, no, I'm not gonna click. Dog. I'm like, punk.
So I was just watching, and then I've been just even on Twitter, Periscope. I used to go on live all the time.
Dope, man.
And
just knowing that, that's good knowledge, man.
Yeah, I used to just go on live.
That's a good way to plug into the.
Yeah, and sometimes no one will be there, but I just like to just have fun. I used to just make
I've seen
music.
your shows, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't just watch one, man. You keep watching them. Like, what the fuck is this gonna do?
So that ended up transforming to Instagram, and where I started doing that. And even though sometimes no one's on there,
that's free marketing.
That's what happened. I had a lot of people end up, because I used to just post the Instagram lives fully, and then people used to be like, "Hey, I like your Instagram lives," even though they didn't watch them during them. They were watching
that
later.
Little clip sent them to it. Yeah,
they were watching. So I was just like, you know what? Let me just start talking about like what I got going on. Like I whenever I done shows or whatever, I just used to talk about like the recap and all that, and then I would just like invite some homies to come on, and then I started label them Wizzy. So then I'm like, I really want to make this a podcast, like an actual podcast. Yeah. So then 2003 happens. I'm trying to find studios to go record. I find one studio downtown, and I'm like, I really like it, but unfortunately they close. And like at the time I already found
you ready to put money down and everything, like get things going.
And then I was like trying to figure out, and I find a co-host and everything, but then they close. So then I go find another studio called Beanolog Studios. Shout out to Beanolog.
Okay.
And I go to them, and I'm just like, I just meet them. I'm like, hey, I want to do a podcast and all that. They're like, cool. Just like, let's go talk about what you want to do and all that. And then the first question they asked me, they're like, what do you want your podcast to be about? And I'm just like,
yeah, that is the first question people ask. Yeah,
absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
That's what I tell them. I'm like, I don't want it to be about anything. Yeah. I just want to just have fun, talk shit. I want to have a green screen to where we put up shit, random videos, random clips. And at the time, they're not even doing video. They don't have, like, this is all new to them. So, but they're like, you know what? We'll try a pilot episode. Sure. So then we try a pilot episode. The pilot episode, it goes pretty well. It goes pretty well. And then so they're like, okay, let's actually do something. So then they invest in some microphones for me. And then the first episode, I wanted it to be very spontaneous. I'm a very spontaneous person.
Sure.
So I don't tell my co-host what's going on, but I tell them what's going on. The first episode is on my 29th birthday.
Okay.
29th birthday, it was a very good birthday for me. Yeah. You know, I had a shout out to Oracle. I always say his name
Oracle?
wrong. Oracle.
Yeah.
Yeah. He made a mural of me. And I went to show my mom with it. So it was a great day.
Right.
Then I do the podcast. So I have a Buzz Lightyear tattoo. I love Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, I bet.
So I'm like, let me try to get a Buzz Lightyear. You know, in Disney, like they have these really, like, you know, they
costume.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let me get one for my podcast.
That's the next episode. That's episode 2. Right?
That's the first episode. First episode. So I hire a Buzz Lightyear costume character to come through, and this guy is in full costume, way bigger than I expected, and just comes, surprises everyone. Everyone's fully blown, mind blown. I do a rap with the Buzz Lightyear.
That's hilarious.
And that's the very first episode. So Beanolog then is like, you know what? Let's go. So then I just been with Beanolog ever since. So
that's what's up. So how many episodes you put down?
We just released episode 28, but we do also called Patreon.
Okay, yeah.
So we do
just a platform to put videos on and stuff like that.
So we also release Patreon episodes, and then
did you subscribe for that?
Yeah, people subscribe.
How do you subscribe?
So you just if you want to subscribe, you could just pay, like, it's just as simple as $3.
Okay,
$3 for the lowest fee, and a lot of it it's called Wizzy Uncensored. So Wizzy Uncensored versus Wizzy.
WIZ.
Yes. Wizzy.
IT. Wizzy.
Wizzy.
Spell it.
WIZ space SIT.
All right, cool. So check that out. If you guys watch on podcast on Patreon, you can see a couple episodes.
The Patreon is Wizzy Uncensored.
Okay.
The difference between that and regular is very.
Oh, you got titties on there?
That's the difference. Like,
that's it.
We don't have titties. We don't have titties yet. But we'll be down for titties.
All right, uncensored. I think for season 3, if I put uncensored on there, would you hate on me, dog? I don't know.
I don't know. So that's the difference between. But yeah, that's all
unedited or something. I don't know. I'm playing. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what. So that's what it is. It's just very like random topics, like very. Like, let's say we want to talk about religion, we could go very deep into religion.
Oh, word?
And then,
you want to talk about religion, though?
Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Because you know how YouTube works and there's like copyrights, but Patreon, you could get away with anything. You could just say whatever you want and all that. And then if you want titties, you could just have a bunch of titties and vaginas out too. So
hey, that's sketch. That's crazy, yo. Check that out, yo. That's some crazy shit. I would check that if I were you.
Yes, and then Cristobal. So then, then I also released a film. I made a film.
I did see that. Yeah, the filming of it. You have a back like a behind the scenes like video of filming that, right?
Yes, in 20. Well, I wish I have it back to scenes. I more have like photos of like.
Yeah. That's cool though. That's cool.
In 2023, I made a film. Like it's just a thriller comedy. I mean, it's comedy because I would look at it and I just laugh. It's not supposed to be comedy. It's a thriller. Yeah, but it's a thriller. It's called Can't Wake Up, and it's just about. It's about a dream just a random ass dream someone has. So the random ass dream, someone just wakes up and they're married, but in the dream they now have a kid. Yeah. When in reality they don't have a kid, so but the husband is like, oh, here's your daughter, and the wife's like, what the fuck with daughter you mean? I never had a kid. And then the mom is just randomly killing herself on the news. So damn, it's just like, it's just a random dream.
So being the founder of Crystal Ball TV, like you had all these ideas like loaded up in the chamber, right? Like you're like, I want to make films, I want to make like videos, raps, I want to put people on like
Crystal Ball. Yeah, Crystal Ball specifically is just like, I want to make a bunch of content shows, whether it's podcasts, films.
Yeah, and you're only like 2 years in, right? You're like 2 years in,
right?
That's good, man. I met much respect because the direction that you're going is good. You're original. You have mad personality. Like you're funny as fuck, bro. Like that video on the VIX. Like I mean, we talked about it in the pre-show, but basically, this motherfucker wanted to be like your boy Future and Lil Wayne, and but he don't like Sprite. How you gonna drink lean without Sprite, right?
I was drinking lean, but with milk. Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking crazy, bro. That's wild. Yeah. I did have a
wild guy.
I did know a chick though. We had vodka and we were taking a shot. She's like, oh, how do you take it by itself? I'm like, what do you mean? It's vodka. Just take it. She grabbed milk and drank milk and vodka. I was like, oh.
See, I'm that type because we were talking about that because everyone else normally needs a chaser. Coke. I'm normally just a shot and water. That's all I have. Yeah,
I have no. Why does that just help you get down? Like you don't?
No, because I literally don't like anything.
Like a sensitive palate.
I literally don't like anything else. Like you could shout out to Monster. I don't like Monster, unfortunately. Yeah. Anything is just like my taste buds because I had a seizure when I was 3, and my mom says it just messed up all my taste buds.
Yeah, my mom dropped me too, man. But she don't have a story like that.
Yeah, you didn't mess up your taste buds, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, but I think you have like a super sensitive taste buds. That's what it is. Though.
I believe so too.
Yeah, and that suds and all that stuff. Like you're like, fuck that. You know what I mean?
Everything's just super gross to me.
How about beets? Let me ask you that. Beets, that's earthy.
I don't know.
So it's like, how about like potatoes? You like potatoes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like potatoes. All right.
And then the other one I was gonna ask is like acid, like limes and stuff like that. Limes
like limes.
Yeah. All right. Huh. That's interesting, man.
It's honestly, just like this shit like candy.
Yeah, but but me as a chef, I'd be interested in actually making you a plate like full up starch, vegetable, and protein that you were like, God damn, this fucking plate is amazing.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I'm feeling because like I like chicken. Yeah. I like broccoli.
Right.
Like I like the sides and the rice and all this shit. So you could easily just make me a good plate that I'm gonna love. It's just like, don't have no banana with it.
But that's the thing, bananas foster. I saute some bananas, a little cinnamon sugar, put it over ice cream. You know what I mean? Like,
well, see, I'm so weird. Like, I like banana bread, but I don't like bananas. So it's just like, I don't know.
Dog. You're picky, dog.
I'm very, very picky. It's so annoying how picky I am.
So you're the founder of Crystal Ball TV, man. That's good. And then you started Spaced Out Magazine. Tell me where that idea came from.
So Spaced Out Magazine was.
And why didn't you put it under the umbrella of Crystal Ball TV?
Well. Space Out Magazine and Crystal Ball is supposed to be two separate things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So Space Out Magazine is supposed to be like, I was just I really just wanted some, because no one like anymore has physical magazines anymore. Like physical magazines is such a vintage thing now. So everything's
rare at least,
right. Yeah. Everything is so digital. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, I want to start my own magazine and come out with physical copies.
What was your first step in that? Like a dream or idea?
I was like, my idea, like luckily I have a good network of knowing a lot of people. So like, okay, I could hit up my artist friends. I could hit up, I know a bunch of photographers. I know designers that I could just hit up and we all collaborate together. And
you weren't scared to like approach them with an idea like that? Like,
no, because, I presented that I made like a video of the idea. Right. I'm like, hey, I want to do this, all this. And a lot of people were down. So we started a group chat and all this shit, but everyone's time schedules, a lot of time schedules, and a lot of different things just happened where unfortunately everything just got fucked up.
So tell me, define this for me. Planet Neoterra. See, that's what I'm saying. I do some research. I'm trying to get to know you. Get to know you.
Cool. I don't fuck with all this. So, all right, yo. So it's so funny. So I never really even just really explained Neoterra to me. Anyway, so Neoterra is my kind of like high ass world. Like
when you get high, that's where you're at.
I just feel like I'm on Neoterra. I'm not like on the moon. I'm on Neoterra. Yeah. Like, and Neoterra is like something I just want, a world I want to like start a whole like brand with. Like I watched this movie. What's it called? Space is my place or some shit like that. It's basically about a movie where there's a whole different planet and all they do is just like jam out and fucking music and all this shit. So I wanted to create a whole like atmosphere world that's like called Neo-Terra, and like I want to write films about it. I want to make music that's supposed to be that music that's played in this world and all this shit. Just like a whole like series.
You have a vision of it though. Right. I mean, you have a name for it and everything. Yes. So that's fucking dope. Dude. Yes, I hope it comes to fruition, bro. I'm definitely going to try to I'm definitely going to make something with it soon. You're gonna find it. Neo-Terra is going to be on the metaverse. Neo-Terra in the metaverse. Catch it, dog.
I like it.
Hey, so basically when I met you too, man, I want to ask you about your vibe, like your fashion, your style and stuff like that. Where does that come from? Where does that stem from?
I don't even know. I just I'm just I don't give a fuck person, to be honest.
It takes a little bit of confidence too to be like stylish the way you are though. It takes a little bit of confidence. That's what I'm saying. I've always been confident my entire life. I've always known who I am, and I've always just never really give a fuck about what from all my life. My mom has called me attention whore. Yeah. So I never really just like cared about what people think. In high school, I used to be hanging out my friend's car, just jamming out like, well, let's go, fuck yeah. But that's what I did theater. I did theater in high school. And theater, that shit just makes you way confident. So like, because theater is just like a lot of the I guess like shy people, a lot of shy people, when they do theater, it makes them unshy because it helps their confidence, because you're performing in front of like 50, at least hundreds of people on a stage where it's not like you have a mic. You have to project and have to be a character. So theater, even though I was always confident, theater has definitely helped me a lot with just being confident. And I've always been performing in music. I've been making music since like shit. So when I was 8, I'm 30 years old now. When I was 8 years old, I started making music. Okay. Like I seen 50 like writing it, like
writing it. I seen 50 Cent in the club, and I was just like, this is lit. I want to be like that, nigga. So I was just like
hanging upside down.
I was working out, just in the club with all these women. I'm like, I want to be like that. I love the G Unit pendant. That was everything. Like so G 50 Cent definitely, because the G Unit pendant. I love G Unit. Like, so that definitely. So that just made me just like, I want to be a rapper. So at 8 years old, I'm over here just writing raps, and like my mom got me like a big ass binder for like school, and I'm just writing raps, and like even like I didn't even know what ghostwriting was, but I would try to write shit for my friends, like handing them here's some posts. No, I never even gave them anything, but I was like, okay, this is what you would say and all this shit, but I was like never confident enough to give them. But until 3rd grade, I was in a speech impediment like program and everything, right? For like also for the military, because I used to live on Camp Pendleton in Oceanside. Damn. And my dad was overseas and all that, and I was a troublemaker kid in fucking school. I was kicking principals in the chin and all this shit in 2nd grade. So they decided to try to put me in this program to see they helping me out. Yeah. In the program, they were like, it was this college girl. She would take us, it was me and this girl, she would take us around to like the museums, to the beach, just show us different education style than just the normal school shit. So in that shit, she decided, let's make a physical magazine. So it kind of like everything stems like, you know how Space Time magazine, and now like I've always loved magazines, and that's kind of why that I also love magazine, because so we did this magazine. I don't even remember what it's called, but in the magazine she was like, hey, because I told her I want to be a rapper. She was like, hey, write a rap. And I was like, okay. So, she's like, write a rap for this shit, because she was gonna print them out, and then me and the person I was with was gonna have a copy of it, and then we could show around to people and all this shit. Yeah. So I wrote a song about pancakes. I don't even remember. Like I had a crush on the girl I was did the program with. I don't remember what the shit was. I was just like, yo, I want to make you smile like a face on pancakes, and that was the shit. And yeah, and then fucking it
was from the heart, bro. That's what you were feeling, bro.
And then I just always just been just confident, and just like that was me just rapping at third grade.
Yeah.
Always used to being a rapper.
So let me ask you something. Is it cool if on the Grind2Hard podcast we could drop your new song? I could play it. Can I play it on Spotify?
I literally just dropped a new song today.
Yeah, can I play that on
you
Spotify?
Should. Yeah, I mean you could.
Yeah. Okay. This is Wizzy Getem, Busy Wizzy, right?
Yes, Busy Wizzy, out now on all streaming platforms.
I bet. See how well that comes out on the podcast, brother. I was jamming to it today. That shit's dope, dude. The beat.
I appreciate
beat
it.
Hits.
New year. Already booked for months. Talking dispensaries, yeah, I'm getting more than scum. Getting paid, numbers doubling up. She wanna be in film, so that's why she acting up. Hold up.
She acting up, dog?
Yeah, because she want to be in films. I make a lot of films, you know what I mean? That's why she's acting up. You know?
The Toxicas come running, huh, dog? That's dope, man. I like that, and I like the cover too, man.
This is a random cover. Because I have a lot of music. I'm about to release my 41st album, music project.
What the fuck?
41st music project.
Congratulations, dog.
I appreciate it.
That's
so I'm very focused
dope,
on that. So
yeah.
I just been releasing just singles that I have. Like,
that's good, man. Congratulations,
I have over probably 2,000 songs out, and probably like another 1,000 unreleased. So I'm just releasing music
badass,
until the album. I'm about to have a pre-album release party March 15th.
Where is this gonna be?
This is going to be at Cafe Con Leche.
Con Leche.
Cafe.
Okay,
I don't know the address. It's on Wyoming somewhere.
Yeah.
But yes, it's going to be.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, March 15th.
That's what's up, man. Keep going, man. That's fucking badass, bro. Honestly. Cause like some what's it called? What's the to get on the Spotify? What's it called?
Personally, I started using this thing called United Masters.
Okay, yeah, because I would never know how to even drop a song on Spotify, dude.
I've learned because I learned to be very technical because everything I do normally, for the most part, I do by myself. Like I record myself. I'm my own engineer. Damn. I make my own covers.
Okay, Kanye West.
Yeah. So the only thing I don't do is produce. That's the only thing I don't personally do.
Okay. So, and is there a reason why?
Because honestly, nowadays, people listen. YouTube is such a connoisseur. YouTube is such a place for even if you want to learn how to do something. If you need beats, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of producers out there who are trying to make a name for themselves. So whether you like whatever sound you're looking for, there's a sound out there. So instead of you trying to make it yourself, there's out there. And then I like what I like to do. I like to try to make beats. I like to pick beats and then hit up the producers. And now I'm making a personal connection with the producers that somewhere they could be in fucking France for all I know. But now they know who I am, and now they want to like actually make music
in a way.
Right. Like my last project, it was called Wisely When You Could Get Them. I met this person exactly with that. Like I met him, I looked up a type beat I liked. I liked the beat. I rapped on him, found his Instagram and hit him up, and then he was like, you know what, let's make a project together. So we ended up making a project together, and now that shit's out on all streaming platforms.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate you sharing the process, man, and letting them know. Like you're like, no, hold on, so pause, y'all. YouTube producers are out there, yo. Seriously, man, like, because you connect that way. I mean, I would never know personally.
Yeah, you know because people just think, I need to get like producers. I need to know someone. I need to pay them $100,000. Like,
or being that like I love Kanye West. Like, I have to do everything. I have to be the producer. I have to write it. I have to.
Right, and it's like no, you like there's so much like producers out there. So like I'm really great at just writing lyrics. Like I'm not a good producer, but there's so many different people out there who know how to do what I want. So it's just like it just helps me.
Yeah, collab, man. Yes. Collab out there, and that's what I'm saying. Like as chefs, we do the same thing. We go to restaurants and be like, "Hey, I don't want to work for you, but I could bring a chef style menu. We could do something crazy, you know?" What I mean?
And then collab that way.
They're your people, my people meet, and we fucking collab that way. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. So that's how a lot of my music gets made that way. It's just from YouTube, and they end up collaborating with the producers.
Yeah. This next question is like kind of like 4 parts, but I want to know about, we talked about your style, and then but I want to know like your rap style.
Okay.
So how would you define like your rap style? This is your art, because that's what I'm saying. Like the reason why I say that is because like art, like when we're artists, like it's hard for us to like put it out there. But you chose the channel of rap, and then I'm saying like what's your style when you bring it to the audience, though?
That's a great question, because honestly, I never be knowing. Like, I just be pretty much myself. What myself equals is just a confident you. So when you listen to my music, you could hear someone who's very confident with himself, whether he's talking about like, oh, I just want to get some money, or I'm a superstar. I say a lot of that.
Or just high as fuck, like
yeah.
People
so
know.
I'm very just like, this is who I am. I let people know who I am.
Yeah.
So that's what my music a lot of it is.
Yeah, it translates to realness, dude, straight up. And so the audience, what's the audience you're projecting your
the audience to? I really just care to people who just are just like really confident in themselves, because my music isn't going to make you sad. Like, I have some sad music, but that's not my preference of like releasing. My music is like, oh, it's going to make you feel good. It's going to make you want to do your goals. That's like my type of music. Like,
no, it's like a feel good vibe. You know what I mean? It's like
I want people to like listen to my music and then be like, shit, I should really get on my ass and just like get up and just do something.
For sure. Yeah, no, I feel you, man. Like when I was listening to it, because I was like trying to get to know your music style. So I started with a bunch of your old ones, and like I got to this new one, and then I played it in the shower, and then I played it in my car. I was like, dude, this shit bumps.
Perfect example is this new one, Busy Wizzy. So Busy Wizzy is literally just talking about how I'm busy already. Like, I'm literally busy it's new year, already booked
getting
for months.
Paid.
Like just even like you break down the first one, new year, already booked for months. I'm literally booked. I'm doing podcasts. Shout out to the Grind2Hard podcast. I'm doing this podcast. I got a show coming up. I'm starting new shows. Like, I'm pretty booked until fucking my birthday. My birthday's in June.
That's what's up.
So like, and this was about already prior. I made this song like December, so I was already pre-booked before the 2025.
For sure.
So that's what all this music is. So it's just like, when you hear this shit, it's like, okay, this guy Wizzy is very busy. He's getting to what he wants to do. Like, I'm someone who I don't want to live a day and just be like, damn, I could have done this, because any second we could be gone. So I want to do everything in my bucket list. So it's just like, hey, I want to do a film. Hey, okay, I know directors now. I know a cameraman. I can write the film. Let's shoot some shit. So it'll get it done, instead of it being just an idea.
I saw a message on Instagram. Of course, we always see an instrument, but it hit me, and it was like, you know why you have that burning desire in you right now is because right now people need that shit. Like, we need that shit in the world, so make it happen. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I got. I was like, fuck yeah. Like, all the ideas I have, and like, should I? Or I'm taking the small steps toward it. I'm like, nah, let's take those giant leaps, man, and then figure it out, risk it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go for it. You know
I'm the type, like, you can ask my friends, if you tell me an idea, you better be very serious.
Hell yeah.
Because you can't tell me an idea and then I'm not going to want to do it. So if you tell me an idea, we're going to do it.
100%.
So like me and my friends, we're starting a new show. He told me an idea, and now I'm like, hey, bro, I'll pay for everything. If you need shit, like, let's really get going. Let's get a cameraman. Let's get I'll pay for the mic.
If you know this man, it's a good circle to be around, man. Seriously, you get some shit going on.
Yes.
The message, bro. I want to know what the message is that you're giving to your audience, though. Not necessarily through your raps, or every podcast has the same message, but you know what I mean? Like,
it's really just be confident, just be yourself. Like, I'm so myself. Like, I'm the type who likes wearing wigs, rocking around with purses, and a lot of people would be like, "Oh, you're fucking gay" and all this shit. But I'm just like, I don't care really what you think. I'm not. You know what I mean?
What your interpretation?
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gay or anything. But even if I was, like, who cares? I'm still. I'm just here, just enjoying myself. That's so. I don't really care. At the end of the day, I learned that not everyone. I don't know if you're religious.
Yeah, but
so I learned that not everyone in this world love Jesus.
Right.
So if not everyone in this world love Jesus, how can I expect everyone to love me?
That's a good point of view, man. I mean, I never heard that shit before in my life.
So that's why I'm just like, yo, I gotta just live life how I want to live.
But that's a good way to live, man. You can't be worried about what people think about you. Man. That shit especially as an artist, honestly. Like, you can't be like, I don't know, should I put this out there? I put it out there, man.
It's so stressful.
There's somebody out there that's gonna be like, that shit is dope, that shit is bomb, and you're changing my life.
That's what happened in a lot of my songs, because a lot of my songs that are very popular right now are the songs I didn't think was gonna go up. I have singles and all that, but people like the songs that I didn't think were gonna go anything. Like, they're just like Lucy's to me, right? That I don't ever listen to, but people fucking love that shit.
Sometimes it's the beat, sometimes it's like just a chop of like some bars, sometimes it's like your the cadence, sometimes you're just on it.
So you never know what people are gonna like. All you gotta do is just be yourself, put some shit out, and just
Yeah, especially hip hop, man. It's such a great, spectrum to put your, art out there, dude.
Yes.
Do it. Joshua, to see him and Jamal Streeter do that video, that's dope because they write the lyrics, right? And then they make a video or music. I'm sorry, they record it, they make the song, and then they're making the video. It's like different perspective, you know what I mean?
Yes.
They get in their vibe with the song.
And they did it fast.
Yeah, they did it dope, man. So yeah, shout out those motherfuckers. I want to go back now, man. And so you're from EP 915. You're from El Paso?
I've been here long enough to say I'm from here.
Long
enough to say I'm from here.
Yeah, so what school did you graduate then?
I've been here since 2007. I went to Bassett Middle School, and I graduated at Chapin in 2012.
Chapin, okay, so military kid, right?
Yes.
That's what's up. All right. So you've been moving around when you were a kid, moving around different places?
Not as severe as I know a lot of military kids
go to Germany and shit.
Yeah, they be going Germany, then fucking Spain, then back to US, and Germany again.
Korea.
No, for the most part, I'm born in North Carolina, was there till I was 2, lived in Ohio and Maryland for a bit, then moved to California when I was 5, lived in Camp Pendleton till I was 10, then moved Northern California, lived in Stockton area till I was 12, then came here and then been here pretty much since.
Nice. All right. So family wise, do you have a big family or no?
No, not a big family. It's just my dad, my mom, my sister, my younger sister, older brother, myself. Right.
That was the household when you were going through high school?
Yeah. Well, when my parents are divorced right now, so I was just with my mom.
So in that high school phase, though, what was your aspect of life? What were your goals? You know what I mean?
When
sophomore, junior, senior, you're okay,
I've always pursued music, but in high school I was also at the time I was trying to do football freshman and sophomore year.
Oh, right.
But then unfortunately I found out that I have a heart condition.
Oh shit. All
where
right.
the walls of my heart get thicker than normal. So I had to go to I was hospitalized. I almost had to go to Dallas to get heart surgery, but thank the Lord that I was able to not do any of that. But unfortunately I couldn't do football anymore. But so that really led to theater because in Bassett, I used to do Bassett football, and at the time, my assistant coach he became the coach. He became the director at Chapin for theater. So we already had a connection with each other.
Oh, right.
So he was like, oh. So my real name is Juwan. He's like, oh, Juwan? I know Juwan. Hell yeah, I could have Juwan. So he instantly, I did a play. I did Beauty and the Beast, but in Spanish version, Beauty and the Beast.
You speak Spanish, though?
No. Poquito. And I was the only black guy in the theater, and I'm just so a lot of this just helped with confidence. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. So being a confident person, right out of high school, dog, because that's the word, for me, that was where I struggled. And then once I got in the culinary and filled that chef position, I was confident. Well, being that, I'm saying, who or what inspires you at that point? What's inspiring you to keep going to be the best?
I can't, it's gonna sound cocky, but it's always been myself.
Yourself.
I've always been just myself.
You inspire yourself. I gotta keep keep going, keep doing this. For example, I listen to my music and it just reminds me of who I am. Bet.
So when you know what I mean, it reminds me, even the old music, it takes me back to a time of where I was, what I did, how I felt, and so it just it gives me motivation to just keep going. Like I said, I'm about to release my 41st.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I don't know how many people in this world have released 41 music projects.
And how old are you?
I'm 30.
30. That's what I'm saying.
So it's a lot of music. So I just want to it's you should
you could competing with Russ right now. I don't know.
You know what I mean? You say just try shit. I have tried every sound. I have said everything I have felt. You know what I mean? So I'm just I just want to keep just being myself, and the more I be myself, the more people are just gonna love me, and that's what seems to happen. And it's luckily that people just like me for being me.
1000. Yeah. Your aura when I met you, man, it's positive vibes.
Thank you.
For sure. So that's why so how do you translate your struggles and triumphs, good and bad things as an artist?
Honestly,
but how do you translate that to everyday life? You know what I'm saying?
You think hold on, do you translate everyday life to your art?
No, that's what I'm saying. No. How do you translate your struggles and triumphs as a musician and an artist to everyday life?
I can't even think of really. Give me an example of a triumph.
For instance, like me being a chef. I don't know. I'm always trying to put my like my art, like it's easy for me to chop it up, put it on a plate and fucking serve it. But like when I meet somebody, I'm like real hesitant to put it out there and like, you know, give people, you know, parts of me, you know what I mean? Or,
I get what you say. I don't know. I'm very open, so I can't even think of my triumphs about like being like an artist. It's like I don't know, because like, I don't really. That's cool. Like my triumphs are more like
how do you tackle being an artist versus how do you tackle being like doing your everyday life things?
That's what I was going to say. My triumphs, I really don't have any triumphs of being an artist. I'm like, thankfully.
What are you talking about? We just talked about it. 41 album. What are you talking about?
That's I'm very thankful. I'm very know myself that like, yo, like being like, I don't have to struggle like, have to find a sound, have to make a hit, or podcasting. Like when a podcasting, like I just don't. I'm just like the podcast. Like I'm just myself. Yeah. And we just talk about whatever. So it's just like I'm never forcing anything. My triumphs and like art is like how to get it to become a bigger brand.
I can relate and understand what you're talking about, because me as I'm actually like before 2000, I was like more of a high strung person, bro. Like seriously, really easy to get angry and stuff like that. So I meditate, and that gives me what's called even keel. And I always try to struggle. I try to struggle and be right there, not like low and depressed or high. Like fuck yeah, I try to be like right here. You know what I'm saying? And like you are always there. That's what he's trying to say, y'all. Is that he's always there. So there's no
for the most part, because
that I can remember. There's no struggle that I
can remember. I'll give you an example. Like I watched your episode with Crystal Pop, and you have a segment where she talks about a moment she thought about giving up.
Right.
I can't say I've ever thought about giving up in my life. You know, there's never been a moment where I'm like, I really want to give up.
Somebody might hear that and say, damn, you're privileged.
Like,
but you created that for yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you create that in your mind.
You know what I mean? Like, because so like I'm very cocky and very arrogant. And I'm like, yo, I'm this shit. But I feel like
it could come off like that.
Yeah, I know, but it's like I've earned this. Like I've made the music myself. I have made over thousands of songs. So it's not like, you know how you say when you become a master in something after so many times.
Yeah.
Like I've done thousands of that many hours times 3.
Right.
So it's like I've done this shit well enough to know that I'm very gifted in music. Nice. Just that. And now it's like podcasts, I'm trying to be on that same lane where I'm just becoming really a master, and then like what is it, like 5,000 hours or something? Right. So that's why I'm trying to be also in podcasting and then films and just being a director and all this extra shit.
So being that you have all those experiences, man, tell me an experience that you'd like to live over again.
That's see, I'm so in the now.
I know you are. I know.
So I can't even think about a moment where I'm such as like I want to live over, because I don't.
You were in the studio just flowing like, man.
Well, I would say my birthday. My birthday was my first episode, because it was probably my favorite birthday ever. Okay. Because it was that day. It was probably a day I would say I would want to live over again. Okay. Because it was just such a great.
24 hours.
You know, I took my mom to see the mural. You know, she's very proud of me. She's seen like, oh, you're really accomplishing your dreams and all that. And then I had the podcast Buzz Lightyear. Yeah. You know, that day was a day I would
it's like you could talk about your dreams, but when you show visuals to the people you love, like
like it's different. Literally me. Yeah. Like it's no one, like this is me, mom. We're taking pictures, you know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. And honestly, like that's going to be my album cover.
Dope. Hell yeah, man. Sick, dude. I like that shit. You're like, fuck it, I'm dropping it right here, dog. Yeah. Everybody's gonna know. Everybody's gonna know.
So yeah. So I don't have a date for my album, but yeah, it's gonna be my album cover. It's gonna be in the mirror of me.
Yeah, man. And if you see this man from the outside, you might think, oh man, he's so like chill. He probably, you know, it's so easy for him and stuff like that. But entrepreneurship, man. I want to see if you know, like, what does that mean to you, entrepreneurship? Because there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes. This man is not just waking up and rolling out of bed and just do like it takes a lot of effort to do this.
Is because a lot of people say they want to be the boss, for sure, but they don't understand what it means to be boss. Sure, for sure. Like you have to deal with like the finances, the struggles. If shit happens, everything's on you. You have to deal with other people's personalities. You don't know how anyone else is going to react. Sure. You know, so it's just.
Everybody's personality is different. Yeah, exactly.
So it's just like a lot of shit you deal with. Unfortunately, with this podcast shit, I have lost friends because of it. You know, and unfortunately that could happen.
Right, it's business. At that point, it's business.
You know what I mean? It's missing business with friends.
Yeah, you can be friends. That podcast word is a business. You know
because it's like you're what, and a lot of people, you know, it's just everyone has their own goals and dreams, and you know, you're everyone trying to get on the same page.
Yeah, and sometimes there's only like 2 spots, or there's only 3. You know what I mean? And you got like 20. You know,
so it's just a lot to be a boss. People think just being a boss is like, oh, I'm gonna make the money. So I'm the one in charge. And then it was like, but do you know what happens if you're fucking one of your employees wants to quit? Then the chemistry changes. What's gonna happen? It's up to you to fix the chemistry.
Oh hell yeah.
So it's just
and
like,
who's gonna pay for the bottles at the club now?
You know what I mean? Like I paid a lot for studio time, and people would be like, you like I paid thousands for I've been doing the podcast.
Trust, I know. Yeah,
you
exactly.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely understand.
So it's just
exactly.
so it's just like a lot of people don't understand. They just think like, oh, we're just talking all this shit. It's like no. And not only that, like I take notes and all this shit. Like I take this shit very serious.
1000%.
People just think I'm just chill and all this shit. So it's like no, but like I put a lot of effort,
1000%. And that's what I'm saying. So like entrepreneurship, the word, what does it mean to you?
What it means to me, it means someone who is just really dedicated and just gonna work their ass off to get their goals accomplished.
Yeah, and like you said, there's so many avenues that you have to be strong with and learn and know to be a boss.
And you have to learn to adjust at every moment.
So how do you maintain then? So how do you maintain? What keeps you motivated as a business owner, like a podcast producer, musician?
The progress. I love seeing like when for instance, when my co-hosts or something, they start telling me ideas that they want to do.
For sure. Yeah,
so then I'm just like, fuck, they really like now they're really
catching on the flame.
They're believing in the dream. Like they really like believe what we got going on. So I'm like, that motivates me.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. I fuck with that for sure, man. So part of the business also is two different things, marketing and networking. And you definitely got the networking down. Shout out that I'm sorry, it's like a dispensary you work with?
Yeah, shout out to Yerba Viva and Buena Vida.
Yerba Vida, right?
Yerba Viva.
Yerba Viva, guys. Yeah, check that out, man. My boy got a sponsor right there.
2327 McNutt.
That's what's up. So how did that happen? How did that come into fruition?
I used to just because I wanted to work with dispensaries because I'm just like my personality is my brand is I smoke weed. Right. I smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah. There's
so
always
I'm
a fog in one of your videos for sure.
So I look up to Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa, he has a relationship with Burner from Cookies.
Oh yeah,
and
easy, right? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm like, I want to have a relationship like that. So I'm like, who can I do this with? So I asked someone. And they point me into the direction of AstroBuzz and Chaparral. Okay. So then I do a vlog at AstroBuzz, and I'm there and I'm just smoking weed. I'm talking to the owner and all this. So I build a relationship with them, and then that leads. Unfortunately, me and AstroBuzz just fall ways. Sure. But then that leads to Yerba Viva, where I'm still trying to like work with dispensaries, all that. And now I have a resume now because it's like, hey, I really brought attention to AstroBuzz. Yeah. And like, you know what I mean? And Yerba Viva like that, so they're like, hey, okay, I like that, so maybe you could help us out. So then boom.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. It gave me a spark in my ass, dude, because I was like, damn, this fool got like a sponsorship for his fucking podcast and his whole thing that he's got going. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's like change or free bud, whatever the fuck it is, that's what I'm saying. Like, building the network really matters. You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of people would think that, I can't do shit because AstroBuzz, I did that shit for free. I did that shit for free, but it got to the point that people were literally think I was a brand ambassador for them. But I was just a customer, just promoted them. Yeah. But because of me just really helping them out, that led to Yerba Viva, which leads to me actually being able to get some profit.
Absolutely. So networking is a big deal, guys.
You know what I mean? And even just doing shit for free, just because it's just going to be just because
part of your resume, you're building your resume.
Just building a resume,
right?
Because a lot of people just are not down to just be the
Also,
what's the person the person who's running around your like the person who does
left hand man or whatever.
Pretty much, I can't think of the word. Yeah, I can't think of the word. What's the word? Assistant. Assistant. Yes. A lot of people are not down to just do the assistant role and build
intern. How about like
intern? Yeah, exactly. That's the word I was thinking about.
Yeah,
a lot of people are not down to be the intern.
I have an intern right now. Shout out Chef Anthony. This motherfucker actually is what you're talking about. He's not expecting to get paid. He's learning the experience. He wants to know what you do and how you do it.
Right.
And I'm telling him everything, word for word.
Right. And he's gaining game. And he just knowledge. And now he could take that and really like do something with it.
Yeah. So don't worry about getting paid. Of course, we all have bills, y'all. You know what I mean? We hustle and make those bills, but the experience of what your passion is in that field, you know what I mean? You're gonna be able to like translate that into dollars later. Because
honestly, I have fucked up by being too hesitant about wanting money. Like I have fucked up relationships because I'm like, I'm just money instead of just being like, oh, let's build and network and then build and all that shit. So I definitely think, pick and choose your battles.
So give me some. Okay, no, I want to go with because you're so fucking confident. I want you to answer this question. If you watch the show, I'm gonna ask you this question, dog. What's the define the line between confidence and cockiness?
Confidence and cockiness, shit. Because to me, I'm confident and I'm cocky.
Yeah.
So I know it, but the difference. But I would say that. Can I say there's a difference between cocky and arrogant?
Sure.
Okay, because arrogant is when you're just really full of yourself. You're like, you just really think you're better than everyone else. Like everyone in the room, it's just shit. You're the type who's gonna treat everyone in the room wrong and all this shit. Cocky is just you just really believe in yourself. That's why I say cocky is like you're really confident. You just really believe in yourself. It doesn't mean that you think you're better than anyone. You just really believe in your talent.
Yeah. For
so arrogant is when it's just like you're just like, fuck you. I know I'm better than you and all this shit. Like I could be arrogant, but I tend to be more humble and I like to be a cocky. I'm very cocky because I believe in myself. I worked my ass off
for sure. For sure. So I like that. Like it's like I'm gonna put cockiness and humble in one bottle, and that's what I am.
Yes, like, because I really
how does that work? I don't know, fool. Check this shit out though.
Because like I have a team of people. Like I said, I couldn't think of the word, but I have assistant, the videographers, the producers. Like I appreciate every single person on my team because I know this shit takes a team. Because I remember the days when I didn't have a team. It was literally just me doing everything. It was a lot. Oh yeah. Now that I have a team, it's just like, yo, not only have a team, I have a team that I could trust. Yeah. So I just like.
Trust me, I understand completely, dude. When I first started here at the Nevermore Records, man, I really was like, I pay the studio so I get the video, you know what I mean? And he does great work, and I would call it a day. But I'm like, later to understanding, like, this motherfucker does mad good work. Look at these cameras. Look at the like the video, like the quality. So like, I'm always trying to shout him out, trying to like, you know, give him props because I'm lucky, man. I'm really lucky to have that kind of a studio to be in, or your
well,
situation.
I agree with I feel like you're on the same boat.
Exactly.
Because shout out to all these studios, just giving people a chance.
Passionate producers, man. Shout out, man.
Yeah,
for sure.
Shout out passionate producers.
How do you pay it forward, man? You got all these fucking blessings in your life, man, and you created them yourself. So I'm not saying you have to pay it forward either. But how do you? What's your angle in paying it forward?
Paying for it, like I always try to be. I'm always thankful for, you know. I'm a very emotional guy. Sure. So I'm always like because I'm so much in the moment, all that. But you just take a moment to just think about it. I'm just like.
That's good,
you know,
man.
That shit.
That's good.
And I'm just like very thankful for because I know where I've been.
Yeah, good.
So I'm just like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
So I'm very just like I like to take a moment to just thankful, just think about where I've been, what I could do, and just sink it all in.
Yeah, for sure. So I think what you're saying is like, I mean, because I know you, and if I saw you, I'd be like, you know, we give you like we're friends, but like people in your circle, man, they're blessed, dude. Because like your vibe is really high, and like you do work to have that vibe, right? And then people around you really gonna be symbiotically like having a great, you know, not the vibe, but like they're gonna be able to feel it, right? And then go toward their goals and things like that. Yeah, you got a good thing.
You can't be around me and not want to work.
1000%, dude. Yeah, I see you, dude. I really do, man. And being that this is season 3, we're gonna do something a little bit different, man. That's usually the last question, man. We go with that, and then we kind of end it. But I have this thing called lightning advice, so don't think about it really. But I have like 4 different questions, and you just fucking boom. You tell me what you want to say to these people, man. But these are shout out to all the entrepreneurs out there. Shout out to all the artists. Anybody that's in the basement, like trying to get shit done. You know what I mean? Like I want to get this. I'm scared to like show it, but I really fucking want to get this shit out there. So let me ask you, Doug, what's the number 1 habit every entrepreneur should develop?
Just to fucking do it mindset. Because a lot of people are just scared to just try something. Just do it. You don't know whether you're gonna like it or not. Just do it.
For instance, what, like, where were you at when you just did it?
Like a fucking because I don't have that, like, just
dropping
say,
a song, like even dropping a song, like, should I drop this song? Like,
well, yeah, like even just dropping a song, for instance, because you'd be like, oh, I don't know if people are gonna like it or not. Like, just drop it. Who cares?
Yeah, and then you can refine it if there's really something that somebody, if people critics really say something, then you can refine it, right?
It's like most of the time, no one's going to be like, "Hey, I hate it." So no one's going to be like, you know what I mean? Yeah. The people are not really going to be critiquing unless you like ask for critique.
Unless you blow up, then they're going to critique
the most time people are going to be like, "Hey, critique it," is like you share it, and then they're going to, like, I guess, give advice if they want to be fucking critique for the day.
Hell yeah, drop it, yo, drop it. All right.
Just do it, mindset.
Yeah, just do it. What's your go-to strategy when overcoming self-doubt? You mean you're a confident person, but I mean, it's got to creep, man. It's got to creep.
You just like honestly is when I look back at the old times of shit I've done. And it just reminds me. It's just like I've been in low moments and done incredible shit.
For sure.
So it's just like you'll be all right. At the end of the day, I've always been all right, so I gotta always keep that mindset.
Hell yeah, man! That's a fucking badass mindset, honestly, because there's so much shit that comes up, man. Every day there's something new, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of struggles, a lot of stress. Everyone goes through something, but you gotta remember at the end of the day, you're gonna be all right.
Yeah, I bet 1000%, man. What's the best way to bounce back from failure?
Fuck, you just gotta bounce back from failure. You just gotta move on. Because I'll take an example for we did an episode on a Christmas episode. My guy, shout out to my guy over here, Prophet. My guy over here kind of went crazy. You know, people could say it was a failed episode, but you just gotta move on. Everyone is gonna fuck up. It's inevitable. You're gonna fuck up.
Yeah, we talked about it, man. I forgot my knives as a personal chef. I forgot my knives when I showed up at somebody's house one time.
See, the great thing, every great artist, great entrepreneur knows how to do is adapt.
Exactly.
So if you know how to adapt,
adapt, and if you want to put yourself out there, like being an artist, like you have to adapt. You know what I mean? You're gonna be putting your art in free galleries. You're gonna be, you know what I mean, in forums of people you don't even know, and you have to relate and try to figure out how you're gonna get your art out to these people.
I quickly learned that not everything goes 100% your way.
No.
So you just gotta learn how to do shit and make sure everything's okay and not blow up.
Absolutely, man. If you had to give one piece of advice to a new entrepreneur in 10 seconds, what would it be?
Just fucking do whatever you're thinking of doing, because you never know where it's gonna go 10 years from now.
Yeah, and that's the gist of what I've gotten from you, man. Is like, you're, as an artist, like, you're like not scared to like just put it out there. I'm gonna create it and I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna create it and put it out there. I'm gonna keep doing that, man. And if it catches fire, that's cool, man. But if it doesn't, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly,
like, I want to keep pumping out my
honestly art. I think about 8-year-old me when I first started. 8-year-old me would fucking be such a fan. So that's what
man. I like that. That's the mindset,
man. I think of everything, and that keeps me motivated.
That reminds me of a question they asked. What would you give your 8-year-old, if you could go back there and give your 8-year-old self some advice? What would you say?
Keep going.
Keep going, dog. You're doing it.
I wouldn't even want to see my 8-year-old self, because I wouldn't even want to fuck up, because I would just let myself be, because I'm going to fuck up. I'm going to have trials, going to have errors, but all that has made me the person I am today.
1000%, and that's the truth, man. Same, and I feel the same way, man. And do you meditate, by the way, at all? I
don't mind meditating. Like I have my I smoke a lot, but then smoking is my meditation.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
but I'm thinking about actually getting into actually like sit down, peace and relaxing meditation.
It's just about getting like to singular thought, not having like everything bothering you.
Because I'm such a scatterbrain, so I need to just sit down. Just like that would definitely help. I feel
like you're somebody who's like right there that could meditate easily. Like some people have so much outside stuff that it's hard to get there. But I feel like if you ever tried or did yoga, like you could be right there. And
I definitely am gonna think. Not even think I'm gonna.
But for me, I'm saying like you're naturally like that. I'm saying for me, meditation is what helped me get to that plateau.
No, I definitely think it's gonna help me in that same way as well.
Good. So that's where I'm at right now, man. I appreciate you coming down. This is a dope ass episode.
I'm glad
we started season 1.
It was funny. I never been on another podcast.
No. I appreciate you coming down. You can hit me with that sweaty
hand. Are you sure? Look at that. You felt all that sweat right now.
At least we'll have a thumbnail.
Look at that. You felt all that sweat. Look at that. That was a lot of it. I'm so sorry.
We need a thumbnail.
I'm so sorry to the Grind2Hard podcast audience. I just infected it with all my sweat. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. I'm gonna go wash my hands out.
It's all good. No. This has been a fun time.
This is the Grind2Hard episode, y'all. If you need some motivation as an entrepreneur,
season 3,
how to be a better entrepreneur, please watch. And then this is Nevermore Records. If you like the way that it's coming out on the video, you want to do your own, check it out. But shout out to everybody doing it, man. This is a badass episode. Keep going. Stay motivated. Stay positive. And I'm telling you, your dreams will come true. It happens, bro. It happens. Keep going.
Get them out. Peace.
Appreciate you, Dar.
This has been dope.